What's up, guys? This is your boy E, Mr. Technical Misfit himself. And today, we're going to talk about some new additions, tech-wise, and some changes that's going to come to the channel. Stay tuned. If you guys have been watching the channel, and you've been paying attention to the last couple of videos, you can tell they were a little bit different. Not a whole lot as far as taste and style, but you can tell that they just look different and they feel different. And the reason why that you notice that, or that you saying, hey, it looks a little bit different, is because I decided to go from a crop sensor camera and move up to the full frame camera. The weapon of choice that I decided to choose or to go with is the Sony a7 III. Now, I chose this camera because, quite frankly, I like the camera, I like the package, I like the body, I like everything pretty much just about this particular camera here. I like the IBIS, I like a whole bunch of things about this camera. And then also the main thing was I wanted my workflow to stay the same. That was the biggest thing. So if you don't know, I've been shooting with a6300, which is what I'm recording this video with right now. Beautiful camera, gives me great, and that's why give me great product. That's why I'm keeping it as a B cam to the A cam here, which is Sony a7 III. And this just fits me. It just fits my workflow. If you guys don't know, I'm a hybrid shooter, and if you don't know what a hybrid shooter is a person that shoots photos and videos. So to me, for me, this camera gives me the best of both worlds. It gives me great 4K video, as well as being able to shoot some amazing photos. Here are my reasons why I decided to stick with Sony and upgrade to full frame. The number one reason that I decided to stick with Sony is, honestly, I wanted a Sony full frame camera. Like I said, I've been shooting Sony now for the past like 3 or 4 years, so I have lenses already that work natively with Sony. Yeah, you can get adapters and everything like that, but I like the autofocusing. I like some of the things that Sony gives me inside the package, not just for video, and but also for photography. And the second reason is I actually wanted something to fit my workflow. For me, I edit on my iMac and I edit on my iPad Pro. And I didn't want a purchase of a new camera to turn into a big ordeal or a big purchase for everything else. I know everyone's gonna say, oh, the Sony doesn't record at a high bit rate or anything like that. Doesn't matter to me. The video quality is exceptional to me. It gives me everything that I need. And on top of that, I do not have to go out and buy bigger computer, bigger hard drives. I don't have to go out and change my entire workflow because I want to shoot, video, and the devices that I have right now can't handle it. And that is one of the things that you definitely want to think about when you're switching over, or anytime that you're upgrading your camera, is look at the long-term purchase effects. Like, how would this change my workflow, and is it for the better, or is it gonna cause me more trouble down the road? The third reason, and you guys have heard me say this a lot in this video, is I wanted a camera that does everything. I wanted a camera that actually took great photos, took great video. I can do slow motion if I wanted to. I can turn around and be able to get a great high dynamic range where I can pull shadows and I can pull down highlights. I wanted my camera to be able to do everything. I wanted to be able to pick it up and not having to worry about where am I going or how I'm going to shoot, and take a camera based on that. The only decision that I really make right now between these two cameras is, do I want to tote this around because it's a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier, just a little bit, or do I want to be small as possible, compact, but get better quality than what I can get out of my cell phone? The fourth reason that I chose the Sony is because I already had an a6300. And it's not because, again, like I said earlier, I'm used to the lenses and things of that nature. It's just for the fact of, I was thinking A cam, B cam. So I don't want to have to go through a lot of changes to color grade to be able to make these two cameras match up or anything like that. I simply wanted to be able to dump down my footage, maybe make a few changes with some highlights and things like that between the two cameras, make my one color grade, and it'll pretty much transfer over to the other camera. And you know, even for photos, I want to be able to make my one edit and then transfer it over to my other camera if I decide to shoot with both cameras that day. So that is another thing. It's just like I said, ease of use. And the fifth and final reason, honestly, I just wanted the full frame look. I like the way that the backgrounds fall off on full frames. I did not want to go through the crop equation and math that I normally do when I'm shooting with the A6300. I wanted to know when I slap a 50mm on this or 85, it is truly a 50 or 85mm lens, and that is the focal length that I'm getting. So it was simplicity. Like, if you guys notice the whole thing for me behind why I chose this camera and things of that nature, it ended up being just because I wanted it to work. I wanted the least changes possible, because when I'm out shooting and when the creative spark hits me, I want to be able to not think about the equipment. I want to be able to just grab it, use it. I want to do whatever it is that I want to do with it. I want to bring it back here, and I want to edit, and I want to go through, and I want to be able to present what my creative process and my creative thoughts and what I wanted to capture out to the world. So that was my biggest thing, is definitely simplicity. So the big question is, and I know a lot of people, you're probably thinking about it if you're watching this video, should I upgrade to a full frame? I already have a camera, and it may be a Sony camera, or it may be, you know, another brand, Canon, Nikon, or anything like that. Or I may have a cell phone. Why should I buy a full frame camera? And for me, if you're a creative person and you're watching this video, so I'm guessing you are, or you like, you know, creating things, my motto is always use the tool that will help unlock that creativity, or that will push you a little bit more. Now, if it's gonna break the bank, if it's gonna, you know, you have to decide whether or not I'm gonna eat cold pizza for the next 3 months, don't do it. But if this is something that you've been thinking about and that you've been contemplating and that you've been doing some research and just didn't know, I would say do it, because it's gonna unlock that creativity. If you're making money off of this, you know, job, and it's not a hobby and this is your professional career, of course, that is the next evolution. If you're moving from a crop sensor up to a full frame, that is a no-brainer. It will pay for itself down the road. If it's a hobby like me, and I purposely make sure that this didn't become a job, it's more or less pushing me to unlock that creativity and being able to do something a little different and present my work or my thoughts or my process and my creativity, what I wanted to show to the world, in the best way possible that I can. And that's why I decided to upgrade to the full frame camera. So there you have it, man. Like I said, the camera that I chose was the Sony A7 III, Mark III, however you want to call it, man. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share this video. If you didn't like the video, that's cool. It's not for everybody. Everybody, you know, not expecting everybody to like everything that you do. But make sure you hit the thumbs down, but also leave a comment down below why you didn't like the video. All the social media links and everything like that are down below. Make sure you hit them up. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you like and what all the other stuff you do on social media. You guys know, until next time, stay teched up.